Yo, yo, yo. Don't touch that dial. You're in the right place. It's me. It's me. It's that wrestling dude. I'm here with the homie, the dopest ginger this side of the Mississippi, Mr. Ginger Spice. What's up, homeboy?
What's going on, guys? It's your boy, Ginger Spice. Buenas, mi gente. Always representing the tribe, Boricua, and all of that good stuff. And we got a special interview today.
As you can see, we are not alone. We're at the homeboy, local pro wrestling champ, the dirtiest man in the game himself, Dirty Devin Diaz. What's going on, man?
Man, I'm having a great day, and I appreciate y'all having me on the pod.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you very much, man.
Let's get right into this, man. How long you been in the biz? Who trained you? And where you based out of?
So I've been in the business for 3 years. I was trained by Jay Lethal, David Mercury, and Connor from The Ascension. I was trained over at the Wrestling Lab in Tampa. I don't know how to answer the question based out of because I work all around the state of Florida, and I've worked plenty of other places, I'm one of those dudes who I don't belong to anything, I just go out there and work wherever it is. Whoever pays me, I'll go.
Or you're born a rambling man.
Respect that.
Right.
So if there's any in your 3 years of wrestling, out of all the matches you have and anything, there's any unfinished business you feel like I got to get back in the ring with this person and light it up one more time?
I mean, I can't tell you I've had a match that I've been satisfied with, So each time I go out there, I try to do better. But I would like to go out there with Gangrel again. I would like to go out there with AJ Francis again. I'd like to go out there with Scoot Andrews. I don't know if you guys know who Scoot Andrews is, but Scoot is the man. Oh man, let me tell you about Scoot Andrews. He was on TNA X Division, and he also did some ROH stuff, and he's like a Florida legend. And I would love to be able to run that match back again. But honestly, I know you guys are fans, but I'm so harsh on myself. Every match I do, I would love to get another chance at.
No, that's good, man. That's how you keep getting better, keep evolving that way. You get stuck in your ways. There's no way to evolve in your career like that. What's the reason you got into wrestling then?
I don't know if there's any specific reason, but I'll just give you a story. I was wrestling in college at the time, and they basically told me, like, we don't need you here. Like, you got bad grades and you're not doing a very good job. At the time, I just was kind of burned out on college wrestling, amateur wrestling. And then I don't know if you guys, obviously you guys are familiar with Suplex McTex, Tex McTex. Obviously you guys know Tex, right?
Yep.
Well, me and Tex went to college together, and Tex was watching Ric Flair promos. And I was like, Tex, I could do that. And then Tex didn't discourage me at all. Tex was like, if you think so, do it. But I didn't think he thought that I would be like, yeah, I don't really care about college wrestling anymore and just go. But I went, and then I started, obviously COVID hit. So during COVID, I would just watch hours and hours and hours and hours of wrestling. It was insane because I just worked at this smoke shop before I broke into the business. So really during COVID, it was just me in that smoke shop, and I would just watch ECW, NWA, AEW was starting to pick up at the time. I was just watching so much wrestling. And then eventually I saved enough money because I was also working at a warehouse and bussing tables, all kinds of odd jobs. I was doing all of them. And then I went and paid Jay Lethal, and I got trained.
That's awesome.
How old are you?
How old am I? I'm 23 years old, bro.
Okay.
That's awesome. What I thought. Where'd you go to college at?
I tried to do it at Southeastern, but it didn't really work out.
It didn't work out. It's all good, man. It took me I didn't graduate college, so I was 30 something. I call that a 10th year senior.
Hey, I feel like you just graduated the other day.
I feel like I just graduated the other day. That's awesome. When you get into matches like that, because I saw you at local pro 2 weeks ago. When you get in a match, a guy like AJ Francis has been around her like that. Is there extra nerves going into that? How you prepare for that? Anything special you do to go in there? Just another day at the job?
Yeah, I wish I could tell you that there were nerves, but there's just not. I just go out there.
That's awesome, man.
I just go out there and do my job.
What's your pre-match ritual?
Well, I use these things, these Zins, these.
I was just talking about those. Yeah.
I just put 2 of those in, and I just stretch and just listen to a bunch of Leonard Skinner.
What do you eat before? Do you fast before? Do you do any type of workout? You just stretch and what's what'd you eat?
I consistently train. I'm always training, whether I'm with Chris Silvio or I'm with Victor from The Ascension or, David Mercury. These are all guys that you guys would either come across or know from TV. If I'll go and I'll train with those guys, but I don't know. When I was a football player in high school, and I was a wrestler in high school and a wrestler in college, I was so regimented that I just got disgusted with regimens. I cannot stand a consistent schedule. I just, just wherever the wind takes me. So no, I
So
can't tell you this. Go ahead.
What are your stats right now? How tall are you and what you weighing in at?
So I'm 6'3" and I'm about 230 right now.
Oh man, that's
You wish
very nice. I wish,
I mean, like I
what
said,
a dream.
like I said, I'm just ready for someone to make that call. I mean, whoever it is, I'm just ready for someone to make that. I'm here right now. Somebody give me a job.
Someone give him a job right now. Make that call.
He's got it, man. He's got it. You know what I mean? He's part of the tribe too, baby. Pate Boricua, you know what I mean? So who's the Puerto Rican one? Your mom or dad? Dale.
Tattoo right there.
Dale, primo, dale.
Yeah, my dad's from Vieques and my mom's from Spain. So
okay, your mom's a Spaniard. She's the one that's related to the queen. Cool, man.
She's the one related.
That's awesome. But yeah, man, my dad raised me to be very proud of my Puerto Rican heritage because I grew up right outside of Indianapolis, so I was the only Puerto Rican kid.
I bet.
Yeah, okay. That's awesome, man.
He raised me to be proud, man. And I almost did this interview in the Clemente jersey, and I was like, I wear that too much. It's been baseball season, so I got that shit on.
Yeah, hey man, you can't go wrong with Scarface.
Right. But I mean, I'm very proud of my culture, just like you guys.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. That's awesome.
What's your creative process like? You like pull stuff from real life stuff, or you got influences in music, whatever? What gets you going like that?
When it comes to creative process, I mean, a lot of my act is like I don't even want to call it an act really, but a lot of what I do is based on things and people I've been around. So I'll give you guys some insight. I was raised in flea market culture. My dad sold stereos in flea markets. So you're not, when I go out there and I portray this sketchy character, it's so funny at Local Pro, they cheer me like a champ. They cheer me like a face, but I go out there and portray this sketchy character. These are all characters I've seen in my life. I've seen multiple dirty mans. Everyone knows the guy you don't want to see at the bar trying to get money from you and stuff. But I mean, a lot of it comes from my grandfather. My grandfather was a big influence on me. I mean, I'll tell you, my grandpa taught me how to play spades. That's the kind of grandfather I had. But
like Gambit.
yeah. I think there's a bunch of stuff like that, and also outlaw country music, obviously Leonard Skinner and stuff. But when it comes to
being from Indiana,
yeah, of course. I mean, bro, I was the only Puerto Rican kid, so I thought that music was talking to me, not fitting in and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought it was But then, a lot of the cheating stuff. All the athletes I liked growing up were all the quote unquote bad boys of their team. So Dennis Rodman's my favorite basketball player and stuff like that. And when I was in high school sports, I was trying to emulate the Worm. If we were walking back from a play being done, I would elbow a kid or something. If we were wrestling and a kid was we were out of bounds, I'd hip check them and stuff. That's just the kind of competitor I am. I'll do, a little bit to get the edge.
Yeah. So you didn't break in as Dirty Devin. You're Devin something else, right?
Yeah, I was Devin not over.
Devin not over. That's hilarious, dude. That's good stuff right there,
Yeah, I mean, I could always wrestle. I was gifted athletically and I had good trainers, so I could always wrestle. But when I was Devin Decay, it was not the same stuff. It was just, I don't know what I was trying to do. Basically what happened was I had trained, I had done well, and it was Connor from the Ascension that told me, hey, I think you're good enough to go out there. But, you'll hear this from a lot of wrestlers. I was saying I was fed to the wolves. Basically, I was told to figure it out. So, I mean, I was getting booked as Devin Decay, but it really wasn't a gimmick or anyone to latch on. I was just a big guy who would beat people up and stuff. So I had to delve into my own personality, things I like as well, the things I described earlier, things I like, my own personality a little bit, things I've seen in my life, and then I just came out as the dirty man, and then things are just only going up. And I got to appreciate you guys because you guys are always there supporting me and you guys are always there. I was supposed to be the quote unquote bad guy when we wrestled at what's that show that I first met you guys at? I forgot what it was.
Storyteller.
Over there on John Young, Storytellers. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I was kicking people where I'm not supposed to kick people and raking them in the eyes. And you guys were
Well, here's the deal, dude. When you got some of that flag in you, we gonna rep you no matter what. You know what I mean? You could kill someone in the middle of the ring, and I didn't see nothing because he's half Boricua. You know what I mean? So we're always sticking with the tribe here. You know what I mean? We're always putting our people over, baby.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
So let me ask you this, Dirty Devin. After a long, grueling match, man, at the end of the night, when me and we saw the Magnificent, that wrestling dude, want to buy you a drink, what are we getting you?
Oh, we're doing a Jack and Double diet. That's what I do.
Jack and Double diet. All right, man, dude, I got you, man. Jack and Double diet. I'll try to remember that.
If I'm flying anywhere for work, or after I'm working, anywhere I'm at, really, if I'm out to eat, it's Jack and Double diet. That's all I drink.
And what's your brand of stogie, man? I see you smoking from time to time. You know what I mean? I know that's frowned upon in the business, but okay, say, hold on, live your life, bro.
Yeah, I don't.
Whatever cigarette comes your way, you know what I mean? When I was smoking, I was a big fan of Camels. You know what I mean? Turkish Gold, baby.
I can't say I'm above any cigarette, but my favorite's just a classic red.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Cowboy killer, baby. You can't go wrong with Marlboro.
You can't, bro.
That local pro championship, that's the first championship you won so far?
Yeah, so far, like you said, so far.
How'd that feel?
I'm not gonna lie, like the old thing, like it felt real, you know. Not that I'm the last person that will say wrestling's fake. I don't care what anyone says. I know what I do, and it's anything but that. But in that moment, it was like, whoa, I just won this thing. Like, I mean, like I said, he booked me when I was Devin Decay. So like this guy had faith in me when I used to have short hair, bro, and didn't have I didn't even have a ring jacket. And then then he kept booking me, and then for him to have that faith to, you know, help me out, and then to give me the opportunity and for me to win it. I mean, bro, it was a damn good feeling.
No, that's good. That's good. It's awesome. It makes it work. All that work you're putting in makes it, you know, you accomplish something.
Absolutely. It's your first championship?
Yeah, first of many though, man. First of many.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. All right, so I got a question. You had mentioned your hair, and I myself have long hair.
Yeah.
Do you do your own hair? Is your hair naturally that curly? Are you permanent? And who shaves it up? Where you going to get your tape up at, bro?
We disconnected a little bit, so you asked me who does.
That's all right.
Yeah, who does your hair?
Where do you go get your tape up? What keeps you fresh? What's your product you use then, you know?
Well, a lot of it's classified. I can't give the game away.
All right, I respect that. I respect that, man. You know what I mean?
But I can tell you that who touches my hair rotates between JC Love, my mom, and myself. That's who touches my hair. No one else.
All locally here in Orlando?
Nah, man. I'm over on the other side. You know, I can't tell where I'm at. Wrestling.
Okay, respect that. Respect that 100%.
But I mean, I go to a barber. He gets me touched up and stuff. You know, I don't go too often though. I just let this thing get as crazy as it wants to get.
So your hair is naturally that curly?
Yeah, my hair is naturally that curly, bro.
Very nice. Very cool.
When the fans yell perm at me, I'm like, yeah.
Nah, man, I got to tell you that I'm super jealous of your hairy chest, man. That's a real man's chest, bro. I'm 38 years old and I get one hair on. There you go, darling, man. Look at that. You know what I mean? I'm 38 years old. I get one hair on my chest for my birthday every year. And it's the Puerto Rican Indian in me, dude. I don't know where to get it. The Taino. I barely get any hair there. I got a full good beard, though. I'm happy with that. You know what I mean? But, so good for you, bro.
Thank you. I used to shave it, but then I thought, like, a grown man would just rock that. So I just let it go.
Or wax it at least.
Nah, man, I'm not doing any of that. I'm letting that thing grow out.
Everybody
Shawn Michaels used to wax it, and Seth Rollins and stuff. They say about it because it's when you got them in a headlock and stuff, it's better to wax it.
Yeah, good for them.
Triple H would say too, but you know what I mean? Like, you're a man. Let it roll, dude.
I'm not just any man, brother. I'm the dirty man.
That's right.
You're the dirty man. That's right. The dirty man.
That's awesome.
Who's dream opponent, dead or alive?
Dream opponent, dead or alive. Oh, bro, that is a heavy question. Well, right now it'd be Roman Reigns because that's how I'd make the most money. So a lot of people probably wouldn't. My favorite wrestler is Stone Cold Steve Austin. But like when it comes to me right now doing the things I'm doing at local pro, if there was somehow, some way, completely hypothetical, I think that the best heel of all time, people don't really know this guy. Some do, real wrestling fans, but it's the Playboy Buddy Rose. And the reason why I say this guy is like the best heel of all time is that they built a territory around this guy. So like I can't tell you how many hours I've watched of the Playboy Buddy Rose. Like I'm just enthralled with his work. He was like 280 pounds. It could move like a cruiser. It was insane. And it was not an aesthetically pleasing 280 pounds. This guy was a big cat, but he was just, I mean, if I were to, I don't even know if it's a dream match, just to like learn things about wrestling from him and learn things about the sport and the business from him. I mean, I don't care if I had to, you know, if I was only in the ring with him for 2 minutes, I would just try to be like learning as much as I can from him, as much as possible. You guys should look him up if you haven't. Playboy Buddy.
Absolutely.
I know Mariano don't. I mean, Gene Spicy don't know nobody, man. He only started watching wrestling like 5 years ago.
I'd be slipping. This guy is always making fun of me.
Did you hear what I said?
No, go ahead.
No.
I said he's a Dirty Man fan, so that's all that really matters.
Yeah.
That's all that really matters. Absolutely. You know what I mean? You representing the Dirty Man, you helping represent the tribe. You know what I mean? Would you rather have like an AEW contract where you're never going to be on TV or anything, but you're contracted? Or would you rather continue to be doing what you're doing on the indie circuit and get your reps in?
I mean, bro, it's simple. I hate to be like this, but it's whoever's gonna pay me.
Yeah. Money, baby. It's all about that, man.
I don't blame you. Hey, I don't blame you.
Yeah, man.
I mean, every time you walk out there, like you said, you put your life on the line every time you walk out there. So why would I not want, you know, some money in exchange?
That's true, man.
It's whoever.
Absolutely.
You know, when I do these podcasts, like everybody always turns their nose up, you know, like why he's just after the money. It's like, well, why else do it?
Yeah, why else do it?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Exactly.
You're lying if you say you love to just go out there and fucking beat your body up for a fucking hot dog and a handshake. It's a fucking lie. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Absolute lie. and when guys pull that nonsense, I'm like, because even then, all that means to me is like, oh, you just don't understand what we're doing.
For sure.
Like we're trying to make money. Like that is the goal of any business.
Yeah.
If you run a restaurant, you're trying to make money.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're a law office, you're trying to make money. So I never understood that.
You have any?
I hear you, dude.
Any embarrassing moments in the ring?
Oh, I mean, how much time do we have?
What's that one that keeps you up at night, having nightmares of? You don't like shit yourself or nothing, did you?
No, not yet. That'll probably happen though. It just seems to be a thing that happens. I've had one time I climbed up and I was like shaking my hair and I was doing everything and I climbed up and I was just about to do a simple axe handle, but then the ropes were kind of loose and I just fell like in the ring.
Oh man!
Ouch!
I didn't hurt yourself, right? For a hamburger.
I didn't hurt myself and I got a little more than a hamburger, but I even told the guy in the ring, I was like, sorry, brother. Like, because he was up there, like waiting for it. And I was just slipped out there.
So that's an interesting point that you said that you said, sorry, brother, in the ring. Are you allowed? Would you be comfortable saying, do you call it in the ring or do you plan it? Or you can tell me to fuck off on that question. Keep it secret.
I don't know. It's like, I want to say it, but like the old school in me wants to protect it. But I guess
that's fine, bro. So then we'll move the next question over. No current female wrestlers. Who's your wrestling crush?
No current female? Well, I mean,
yeah. Divas, Attitude Era, Nitro Girls.
All right. So we'll start as a kid, then we'll do like recently. So like as a kid, it was Melina. But now, obviously now my girlfriend wrestles on WoW. So it'd be JC Love.
There you go.
Oh, so you have a special lady, JC Love.
You were trying to get me caught up, is what you
he was.
No, I didn't know you had a special lady. That was actually a question I was going to ask you. Does the Dirty Man got a special lady or is he out there playing the field? But very cool. JC Love. You know what I mean? I'll give her a like and subscribe here in a little bit.
She's also half Puerto Rican. So she's
Dale, another one with the pride. You know what I mean?
Where did they film that at? That's out in California, right? Wow.
Yeah, she goes over there and she'll tape in California, and she's also running on the. So I don't know if you guys are gonna make it out to CCW, but she's on the show as well.
Okay, I think we're gonna try to make it out there on Saturday.
Wow, is that the AJ Lee thing, or is that Glow? No,
I think
AJ Mendez, the CM Punk's wife, isn't she working for one of the female promotions?
I think
Either WoW or the other one.
I think she may have been involved may have been involved at one point, but I'm not entirely sure.
Right? Yeah, I always keep track on her too because she's part of the tribe. AJ Mendez,
right, bro.
Got following all the tribes.
There's not a lot of us out there in the top of the market, huh?
Have you noticed that? There's a lot of us in wrestling, bro.
Of course, man.
I think it's awesome, but when you look at the island, you look at like the culture, and
for sure.
You look at like the history, bro. We have so much wrestling. I mean, Abdullah the Butcher and Carlos Colon, they used to go at it, bro. Those are some of the goriest matches.
We invented hardcore wrestling down there.
I think so.
Absolutely.
I don't think that the island of Puerto Rico would take anything other than hardcore wrestling.
For sure.
Man.
I don't think if you went out there trying to, pitter patter and play around, I don't think the island would deal with it. Just too much passion.
Yeah, that is true. Like, yeah. It's always
that hot fire.
Yeah, you guys ever watch those classic matches though? They're insane.
I have, yeah.
I have. I recently went on a deep dive with the whole El Invader and Bruiser Brody and all of that thing, and I started watching a lot of those matches. And with the forks, with Abdullah talking about the forks and stuff like that.
My favorite thing is
There's the reason I'm not a professional wrestler, baby, and that's because I'm not willing to put my body on the line. Thank you, Dirty Devin, for putting your life on the line for my entertainment, bro.
For sure.
When he would pull out that fork, like if you watch, because they would do a pretty good job recording them. When he'd pull out that fork, you would just see people mesmerized, and it wasn't mesmerized like, oh, I'm watching this athletic gymnastic, whatever is going on. Like they thought that he was about to kill Carlos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was a legit crazy man.
And they would go.
There's no hiding.
Someone who's pretty close to me spent some time in the WWC, so he worked over there. His name's Rick Thames, and he's like a Florida guy, but they were getting booked out. Basically, his name's Rick Thames, and he's helped me a lot, especially when I was Devin Decay, not really getting over is the best way to put it. He would help me a lot, but he would tell me those stories about wrestling and PR, and he was like, the heat could not be hotter. Like we were getting stuff thrown at us, rocks thrown at us, diapers thrown at us. And
what did I say to see?
It was insane. The stories he has there are absolutely insane, bro.
Yeah, because you hear stories that these throw batteries and bottles and all types of shit at people as they come to the ring. Like they had to erect fences around the people so they couldn't throw all the shit at them.
Yeah, but how cool is that?
No, that's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome.
It's still real to them over there, man.
Imagine being able to rile someone
to them.
Being able to rile up someone that much in the ring that they want to fucking kill you. I mean, that's fucking awesome. To get that kind of reaction out of somebody.
I think I've
the
done
passion. You think so?
No one's met you.
So that's an interesting question that you say that. Do you think that American fans, we're supposed to be wiser to this situation, but do you think they still get so personal that they'd really actually get offended by anything you did or say?
I mean, I'm not there's certain things that you're just not supposed to say, right? There's, you got to.
Well, yeah.
Cheap heat is cheap heat. You're not supposed to do it. But nonetheless, there are situations where people get so involved, with it. I mean, that is what sells the tickets, where people are so involved. I mean, you got to think about what we're trying to do. We're trying to get people off the couch, the comfort of their own home, in the AC, and we're trying to get them to pay a ticket. So, yeah, certainly I believe people will do that. I've gotten a bottle thrown at me.
I could get involved in feeling the heat at the moment, but at the end of the day, I realize you are, you're doing your part. I'm supposed to hate you for these 2 hours. You know what I mean? But you're still just a human, man. I'm still trying to be nice to you. I'm not going to kill you.
The old school in me won't allow me to comprehend that. I don't know.
That's awesome. It means you're doing something right when someone's trying to chuck a bottle at you.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy, man. I got that. It was like a full Gatorade bottle, and I did not duck. So I think
damn, you took it right in the face. Where
was that at? Where was that at?
I was wrestling down south at a fair for CCW. So I forgot what town we were in.
One of them fucking hick towns, probably.
I don't know what was going on. I just know that I was getting paid to be there, so I was there.
There you go, man.
You guys
Show up
wasting
when
the
I'm
$8
told to.
Gatorade.
It's like that one football player in the interview. I'm just here for the paycheck. I'm just here so I don't get sued.
Good old Marshawn. That is true, though.
That's one of my favorite sports clips. I gotta ask you guys, are you guys sports fans as well?
Yep, I am. He's not.
He is more than me, not me.
So what's your favorite football team, bro?
I watch more college than anything else. I'm a Notre Dame fan.
No way, bro.
Yeah.
The Irish? That's
Irish,
awesome.
baby.
That's awesome, bro. Yeah, like I said, obviously I told you I was raised in Indiana, so we had a bunch of Irish, go Irish. And, I know the whole Notre Dame fight song, and I was never a Notre Dame fan. I just know it.
Who's your college team?
When I was a kid, I wanted to be a Seminole so bad.
Yep.
But I've already exposed most of my thought process. So when it comes to college wrestling team, or when it comes to college football teams, hey, I was a high school football player, and not too many of them were trying to give me money to go play. So I don't care who wins.
There you go.
Bro,
that's the right attitude, bro. Fuck them.
Now they're getting paid though. Now.
Yeah, like, hey, if you guys.
Yeah, now they are getting paid. They just asked that.
So, what are you, a Colts fan?
No, I'm actually a Bucks fan. My dad raised me a Bucks fan, so that's probably the only team that I will be like, yeah, I'm a Bucks fan. But when it comes to basketball, like, I got to be real. LeBron James is my favorite player. So
I fucking hate LeBron.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a Magic fan, so like 08, 09, when the Magic was the shit, went to the finals, they played LeBron and the Cavs and the Heat every fucking year. I hate the Celtics. We paid Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett every year, and I hate fucking who was the other team that was good back then? The Pistons. I hate the fucking Pistons.
Yeah, bro. You remember that Pistons roster when they had like Ben Wallace in them?
Yep. Rip Hamilton, Chauncey Billups, Tayshaun Prince,
Bro,
Rasheed Wallace. Good. I know I hate them because they fucking beat us. I fucking hate those fuckers.
That was such good basketball back then,
yeah,
man.
for sure.
But anywhere LeBron goes, I go pretty much. I'll admit it. I have all his jerseys.
I always hated him because me and him were in the same high school graduating class, and everyone was sucking his dick in high school. I'm like, fuck this guy. Then he gets out of high school, $90 million contract before he even plays. So I've been hating him since I was like 18.
Oh, so you're like a lifetime hater.
Yeah, lifetime hater. Yeah. He used to be on ESPN when he played in high school. I remember I went to my buddy's, some chick's house in high school my senior year, and my buddy turned on the TV. Look at this guy. He's going to be the shit. I'm like, fuck him. So it's lifetime, man. 20 plus years.
You going to tell me that if LeBron came and started playing for the Magic, you'd still hate on him?
I'd fucking love the fuck out of LeBron if he joined the Magic.
Yeah, he would have that. He would have that 6 or 23 jersey, and
I'd be the first one to buy a jersey in line.
That's awesome.
Pre-order.
I gotta be honest. The Dirty Man was not a good hooper. No, bro. I was way too aggressive to play basketball.
Even with all that height.
My dad, yeah, right. My dad was like, "We gotta find something else for you to do."
Yeah, but you were in Indiana too, man. Those guys fucking live and breathe basketball out there.
Oh
yeah, right.
I didn't stand a chance, bro. I was the tallest sixth man in the county. I was like, even if that, I was not. I ended up going to wrestling, and then the rest was history.
Well, that's good. You know what I mean? I have a good reach with that tall in wrestling.
Oh man, I did pretty good, man. I was able to place in the tournament down here, the state tournament down here. So I did pretty well.
Would you wrestle 215?
No, I wrestled. Well, the weight classes were probably different. You remember, I'm a young kid, So I know I look.
No, but I wrestled in high school.
That's right.
Oh, they changed them now? Now it's different?
Yeah, I was 220.
220. So they changed it from 215 to 220 now?
Yeah, it's like I think even since I've been out, they like redid it.
And this guy called me old as fuck.
Yeah, man.
Because we are, bro. We are old as fuck. It's okay to accept it, man. Just ease into it.
189, 215, and then my senior year I was 170. But I know what you're saying, man. That regiment fucking killed me. Going out after high school, man, I was fucking done with the regiment. Done with you imagine eating a banana a day just to make weight every day.
I once had to lose 8 pounds in like a matter of 4 hours, and somehow I made weight.
Trash bag in that car with the heat blowing up.
It was insane. But those days are done, Now it's Jack Daniels. Now it's Jack Daniels Zins in pro wrestling.
Jack Daniels double Diet Coke.
All right, let's go a little bit word association here. Say a word, throw up, say whatever you want. First thing comes to mind. Coastal Championship Wrestling.
Coastal Championship Wrestling. Well, I mean, what comes to mind for me is like the word opportunity. They gave me an opportunity, and I don't think I've had lots of people give me opportunities. I've had lots of people like really invest in me, which I appreciate. But we have to call it how we see it, right? There's no promotion getting more traction than them. And so for them to put me on their socials and for them to give me the match opportunities that I was able to get and for them to give me time on the mic, I mean, the most valuable thing for somebody like myself is time on the mic. And for them to give me time on the mic, I mean, bro, I just have to thank that company.
That's awesome. What about a guy who recently put his paws on you at Local Pro, who I'm assuming is the next challenger up for your championship, Death Row Jethro?
Well, I think of Death Row Jethro, man. I think of a guy who, like, he's tried and true, right? So when I first broke in, he was kind of like, I mean, Death Row Jethro's been around forever, like forever, ever. He wrestled with all my coaches and wrestled all my coaches. But when I used to work for a promotion, I used to work for Pop's promotion in WXW. And I have to admit, man, I even told him, like, hey, bro, when I broke in, I felt like you should have gave me more opportunity. I told him that to his face. And I love the guy. I just told him that. I was like, man, I feel like you should have I feel like you should have seen the fact that the kid that's 6'3", if in better shape than everyone else, and obviously is just like louder and more eccentric. I mean, I used to walk in like dressed to the nines, you know what I'm saying? Like I always believed I was a star. I wouldn't have done it if I didn't believe that. And I told him, like, man, I would have liked to have more opportunity when I was working there. And there was no heat, I mean, I really do like the guy. But when I think about that, I think like now's a chance to show him, although he says he's sold, whatever. Now's a chance to show him, like, bro, like I'm the real deal,
What about Local Pro Wrestling?
When I think of Local Pro Wrestling, I just think about all the all the opportunity. He didn't have to book me, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not like people were knocking down the door to see Devin Diaz by any means. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So he didn't have to keep putting me on his card. So just very thankful for what he's done, And yet again, he's given me mic time. He's given me a chance to. I mean, wrestling to me is only about opportunity. If no one gives you an opportunity, there's nothing you can do. So you'll hear that word keep getting brought up and keep getting brought up. And given if somebody didn't give me an opportunity, I don't really hold it against them. There's a lot of wrestlers to pick from. I can't help that I'm the best. I can't help that. But there's just a lot of wrestlers to pick from. So I don't really hold it against them. But I don't even know if I can go. I don't know if I should pull the curtain that far back. But the promoter that is in Local Pro, I really appreciate all the opportunities.
Right.
That's awesome. What about POW Wrestling? They're based out of Tampa, right?
Yeah, well, they're based out of the Tampa area. They're like in Seminole.
I
think the word that comes to me is fun. I can't imagine a time I haven't had fun working there. Like every time. You guys have to come out and see one of their shows.
What about Hardcore Horvath?
Hardcore Horvath, people need to realize that guy's 40 years old. He's 40 years old and he looks like that and he moves like that. That's insane, bro. That guy is so fun to work with and he's super innovative. And obviously, like, we come from different schools of thought, and he's also like, him and I work out together outside the business and also all kinds of stuff like that. But like, obviously he's much more jacked than me. So he's removing plenty of plates while I'm in between sets, but he comes from a different school of thought. So like, he's into like the ECW super fast paced kind of wrestling. And I just explained to you who my favorite wrestler was and just explained to you the things I enjoy. But so when we work together, it's like two styles clashing, but he does such a good job of like meshing the two, and he comes up with these ideas. And he also helps push me because I'm the kind of guy, I'll sit in a headlock all day. That's wrestling to me. Sit in a headlock, turn you, punch you. But he's different. He's like, we need to do more stuff. And when we did that, he was he's the one who told me hit him with the power bomb, and now I've been using the power bomb and to do these different things. So again, I don't have a bad word to say about him. I don't know if I've said a bad word about anybody, but eventually, if you shoot Nate, no, I'm just kidding.
Eventually, he's gonna shit on someone.
No, I don't. I never find that to be productive. If you guys did bring up a name and I go skip, that's when you know.
Do you have any dealings with Jethro Death Row's manager, Dwayne? Dwayne?
Well, we're talking about Dwayne, like I would just start training with Jay Lethal, and I had a friend that was wrestling for Local Pro. Local Pro used to run a completely different venue, and when I saw him, I thought, like, look at this nerd. I was really judgmental because I was still a fan, so I was like, look at this nerd. And then I saw him, and like as I learned and like progressed and realized like the things how you can use a manager to aid you, like managers are supposed to be. like a manager is supposed to be a manager, like not just supposed to stand there, it's supposed to be involved in the match, and they're supposed to do everything. And Dwayne, he does that. He crosses like every box, you know, like when Jethro is on the ropes, like on his face, you see the expression when he's up and Jethro is beating up on the guy, like he's celebrating. He's doing everything he's supposed to do to aid his guy get over. And so it's like, you know, to me that's hard to come by in like wrestling nowadays. So when you see a good manager, when you see a good manager, you kind of have to think like, wow, because to me it's a lost art. I mean, you guys are older than me, but like I said, I'm a fan of the old school wrestling. So like Bobby the Brain Heenan to me is like the best manager, right? And like, so when's the last time we've seen? I'll give you 3 names. When's the last time we've seen somebody as good as a manager as Brain, as good as a manager as Jim Cornette, and as good as a manager as obviously Paul Heyman? You know, I'll give an honorable mention to Sinister Minister. But like when you look at those to me, those are like the managers where I think those guys were the best. And it's not frequently we see that on the independents.
No, it's not at all. I was actually thinking the same exact thing. It's a lost art. But I'm gonna throw another one in there. The guy calls around down to Mr. Bill Alfonso. That's another guy, one of my top favorite managers.
Bro, when Bill is a guy that I'm not starstruck often. I'll admit it. Like I just I don't know what it is. I think that I'm a star and you're supposed to. It's the only way you'll sell a ticket. Yep. So I think that I'm a star. But when I saw Bill Alfonso and I was walking into the show and he's like, I can't do a good Bill Alfonso, but I'll try. He's like, everybody's waiting on you, Daddy. And like when I walked in and I was like, I even texted my dad and I was like, Bill Alfonso just acknowledged me because my dad's a Tampa native. So like he always rooted on Bill. When Bill was
all right, go ahead. Let us know what you got coming up here.
How we can find you?
So you can find me on Dirty Devin Diaz, basically on anything. I'm Devin Diaz on Facebook. If you want to reach out and book me, my email's pasted everywhere. June 15th, I am wrestling Daniel Starling, of course. I have him in Seminole. And then that's for Pride of Wrestling. CCW, I have Alan Martinez. And then I got Death Row Jethro. But also, I have to say this, June 13th, I'm pretty sure that I'll be doing 2 shows in one day. So if you really like the Dirty Man, come to both shows. June 13th, I will be in Tampa. I don't know who my opponent is yet. And then also I will be in Sumter County Fairgrounds, and I'll be wrestling Romeo Quevedo.
All right.
Awesome, man. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming on, man. Can't wait to come see you.
Thank you, Dirty Devin, for everything, for your time.
Make sure you go out and check him out, man. I come across a lot of dudes on the indie, see him all the time. He for sure is dude got it. Dude you're going to see on TV coming up here pretty soon. Again, appreciate the love, man. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, I want to thank you, gentlemen, for your time. And hopefully I hope to see you guys at every show. And just thank you for giving me this opportunity, guys. You guys
absolutely, man. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Dirty Devin.
Don't forget to follow. Go ahead, Ginger Spice. Get your shit out.
I ain't got nothing to say, man. Follow your boy, Ginger Spice, on Instagram.
That wrestling dude, DOOD everywhere. Appreciate watching. Like, subscribe. Have a good night.
See you, boys.
Take it easy.